This next technique is evading the storm. One of my favorite club techniques. It's short, sweet, very direct. I love the first few moves out of it, and then there's some great vocabulary contained in the technique a little bit later. There is a story behind this technique that Mr. Paul tells about how he came up with it. He got to see a very interesting situation at a truck stop in Evanston, Wyoming, involving a tire knocker. But anyway, if you ever get a chance, ask him about it, and it's just a great little story. But anyway, with that, the attack is step through right diagonal club. So I'm standing here. It's coming right down. It's going to crash me on the head. What I teach, go ahead and relax just for a second. When I teach any weapons attack, I always tell my students, if you're confronted with a weapon, run. You know, fly, jump out of windows, jump over cars, whatever. Get away from it. This whole idea of Hollywood and TV and using self-defense techniques to take care of a weapon attack, at best it's a crapshoot. You know, you can be the greatest martial art in the world, but once a weapon comes into play, things start to get a little dicey. So if you have an opportunity to get out of there, get out of there. If you have no opportunity, or somebody you're with cannot run, now you got to face the weapon. One of the things that I do when I teach self-defense against weapons attack is I automatically put my students into a fighting stance. You know, a lot of times we'll stand natural stance or passive ready or an active ready, but we're not really in the fight yet. And there's all these legal ramifications we have to deal with in the aftermath and everything else. But with a weapon, I'm not worried about aftermaths and legal ramifications or anything like that. I'm really focused on making sure that I don't wind up in a hospital or worse. So anytime we're presented with a weapon and we've decided that we're going to have to face that weapon, you automatically slip into some type of fighting stance or combative stance. So with that said, the weapon is presented. He's going to take a swing at me. He's just going to clock right down. And interesting thing about this is it doesn't really matter if he steps through or not. You know, just some certain dynamics change, but we're going to take that a step further in a moment. We're going to look at the book first. He does a step through right diagonal club. All right, as that thing comes in, I'm going to step up the circle slightly, about 9:30, depending on our starting angle. As I do it, I'm just going to crouch and I'm going to protect the head. Boom, get off the line of fire. Again, this is maximum pressure. He starts at zero pressure, and as he builds up, maximum pressure is at this point of contact, and then he'll go back to zero pressure again. So I don't want to be there for maximum pressure. So as it comes in, I'm off. I'm gone. As soon as I come off, I'm going to pop a shot to his knee. All right. If he goes down, I go into the rest of the technique. If he doesn't go down and he just buckles, come on back up real quick. Okay? If he just buckles slightly, then I'm going to plant. I'm going to catch my uppercut and then drop that knee right on the peroneal. Okay? As he drops down, you'll notice the foot. I'm just going to collapse into a close kneel at that point and drop it right on the Achilles or the ankle, hopefully breaking it. This way, if he does keep his stick, he's not going to chase me down when I leave. And as I drop, I'm going to palm heel, mastoid, head, face, whatever's available. Step up. This is basically a front switch, but with an angle of deviation. I'm going to line my body up, exposed to his exposed back. I'm going to pop a back kick right into his spine. Remember, it's a weapon, so I get to take it to the next level. So again, one more time. He's coming in, off, kick, hit, drop. There's my palm heel, step off, kick, and as I work my way out. All right. Very, very straightforward. Now, what I want you to think about when you do this is imagine running him over. In other words, as he comes in, boom, I want to just pop and then charge in. Okay? You want to run him over. Try not to break it into components. It's one fluid motion. As I slow it down, boom, pow, pop, 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 and work your way in. It becomes very ballistic at that point. And that's what kind of makes this technique work really, really well. All right, one more time over on this side with a little bit of speed, then we're going to show you some variations and some things to play with on this technique. Again, strike comes in. And that is evading the storm. Now, Something to think about. He just throws a baseball. In other words, you're here, boom, he doesn't do that step through. That's okay. You're here, boom, I'm coming in, I'm going to 0. I'll catch the opposite leg. If he goes down, I'll clip, he's already hating life, and I'll drop, create a new angle. And then I can stomp the leg, work my, whatever targets become available. It doesn't matter if he steps through or he doesn't step through. The same mechanics, slow, don't change. Boom! Smoke that, and then work your way down and play with the technique from there. So it really doesn't matter which piece of vocabulary you work with. If he steps through, works great. If he doesn't step through, works great also. You may give up a little piece of it. All right, so just another little piece as he, go ahead and do the technique again. As he comes through, step through this time. All right, as we're coming off and we're covering, we get that shot, and we smoke that leg. This is a neat little piece. A lot of people don't understand our close kneels. Close kneel isn't just for ducking or bobbing or weaving or anything like that. It's very destructive. The wide kneel has a tendency to destroy bases or move bases, whereas the close kneel has a tendency to destroy bases. So when I come down, smash, I'm dropping that knee and I'm literally crashing that thing as much as I can, stepping off and creating my new angle. Okay? Play with it. Play with it with a step through, play with it with another step through, but enjoy it. It's a great technique, evading the storm.